Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the Finance 360-degree sessions where we cover all the relevant and important finance current affairs and the RBI notifications which are important from your examination point of view, let it be the RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A or SEBI Grade A. And in today's session, we have the revision session for the February 2024 and this is the part 2. As promised to you, after every 5 sessions of the Finance 360-degree series, I bring for you the revision session so that you have the clarity that what kind of questions can come in the examination from the different news articles, as well as you also get into the habit of solving the MCQs. That is very, very important from the examination point of view. Okay, so let's get started with the today's session, that is the revision session for February 2024. Okay, and I will give you the typical kind of MCQs so that you take time but you also get habitual of solving such kind of difficult questions. So before starting with the session, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel. In the Telegram channel, you are going to get the PDF of this session. Okay. So the PDF of the session is provided in the Telegram channel and you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So now starting with the first question for you all. So try to answer this question. This is from the Financial Literacy Week 2024 that we have discussed very recently only. So try to answer this question. So RBI has announced the Financial Literacy Week 2024. Now you have to tell that which of the following statements is or are correct in regard to the Financial Literacy Week 2024. Now the first statement is saying that the Financial Literacy Week has been observed every year since 2016 with the aim of promoting the financial literacy. So this is absolutely correct. The Financial Literacy Week has been observed since 2016. Okay. RBI is observing the Financial Literacy Week 2024 on the theme Good Financial Behavior Your Savior. So this is not correct. This theme was the theme of Financial Literacy Week of the previous year. That was Financial Literacy Week of 2023 had this theme. Right now the theme is Make the Right Start, Become Financially Smart. So this is the theme for this year. Make the right start, become financially smart. The theme for this year is targeted towards young adults, mainly the students. So this is correct. Next is, as part of Financial Literacy Week campaign of 2024, the RBI has announced the Financial Literacy Ideathon, that is to bring the ideas from the postgraduates regarding the promotion of the financial literacy in the country. So this is the idea of the Ideathon that has been launched by the Reserve Bank of India under the Financial Literacy Week campaign of 2024. So the idea is being demanded, is being taken from the postgraduate students regarding the promotion of the financial literacy in the country. So its aim is to take the ideas, innovative ideas from the postgraduate students. Its aim is not to directly create the awareness about the use of digital finance services or so. No, it is an ideathon that is demanding, that is asking for the ideas from particularly the postgraduate students. Now the right statements are the first and the third statement. So you can see that the first and 3 means the D is the right answer here. Okay, so here you can see that the Ideathon, the Financial Literacy Ideathon, this is the part of the Financial Literacy campaign of 2024. The RBI has announced this Ideathon for soliciting for getting the innovative ideas from the postgraduate students on creative strategies to propagate the financial literacy among the youth, especially so that to empower them to engage in responsible financial behavior and take informed financial decision. The purpose of this Financial Literacy Week 2024 is especially focused on the young adults, we can say, and especially the students. Okay, so the focus of this Financial Literacy Week 2024 is on the young adults, especially the students. So make the right start and become financially smart is the theme of this Financial Literacy Week 2024. So now these all are the 5 sessions that we have discussed on the different topics: interlinking of the UPI and NPI, as well as the RBI restrained unauthorized payment system, the Indian banks on IIBX, as well as Financial Literacy Week 2024, important amendment by the RBI, action, additional steps that the RBI has taken for the Paytm Payments Bank. So all of these topics we have covered in these 5 sessions, and from these 5 sessions I have brought for you the questions. So try to answer the questions. If you do not know any of the answer, that means either you have not watched any of this session or there is some clarity that is lacking. So go through the session again. Okay. So now the second question is regarding the theme of the Financial Literacy Week 2024. It aligns with the overall strategic objectives of the National Strategy for Financial Education 2020-2025. So we have discussed that the theme of the FLW 2024 aligns with the NSFE 2020-2025. Okay. Which of the following is not among the 5 core actions or 5C approach to achieve the strategic objectives of the NSFE? So as we have discussed the NSFE in brief in the previous session where we discussed the Financial Literacy Week, I told you how important the NSFE is from the exam point of view, and in the NSFE there is the mention of the 5 C's. So that is collaboration, communication, community, content and capacity. So the connectivity is not mentioned among the 5 C's. That's why it is not among the 5C approach of the NSFE. Okay. So that is the 5 C's are content, capacity, community, communication and collaboration. This is regarding the NSFE that we have discussed in the session where we discussed the Financial Literacy Week of 2024. Okay. So the 5 C's, the content means develop the content through which the financial literacy can be spread among the masses. Okay. So develop financially literacy content for school children and teachers and young adults, women and such. Capacity means develop the capacity of various intermediaries that can spread the financial literacy among the masses. Community means have the community approach for disseminating the financial literacy in a substantial manner. So you can read that these are the 5 C's. So these are the 3, 1 and 4th and 5th. So 4th is communication, that is use technology, mass media channels and innovative ways of communication for disseminating, for spreading the financial education messages. Then collaboration, preparation of the information dashboard, collaborate with the state boards, with the central boards so that the financial literacy can be spread through the schools system also. Okay. So integrate the financial education content in the school curriculum and such and such. So these are the 5 C's that we have discussed under the NSFE. Okay. So I have brought for you the clarity about the 5 C's also. You can read about the NSFE. This is the broad idea of the NSFE. Okay. Now coming to the next question. So this is the question regarding the PPIs. So recently the RBI has amended the master direction of the PPIs so that the commuters, there is the benefit that is brought for the commuters. Now it has been said to the banks and the non-banks that can issue the PPIs that now the banks and the non-banks, they can issue the PPI for the travelers, especially for the commuters, especially for their transit purposes, for their traveling purposes. So now you have to tell me that which of the following statements are incorrect in regard to such PPIs. So first of all, the amount outstanding in such PPIs, that is for the traveling purposes, that is for the public transport system, shall not exceed rupees 3,000 at any point of time. Absolutely correct. Okay. These PPIs can have validity of 5 years. No. They have the perpetual validity. They have the perpetual validity. Cash withdrawal, refund or fund transfer shall not be permitted in such PPIs. So that is correct. The cash withdrawal, refund, fund transfers shall not be permitted in such PPIs. So this is correct. These PPIs can be issued with KYC verification of the holders. No, there is no requirement of any KYC verification. So they can be issued without KYC verification. So you had to find the incorrect statements. That means the B and D, that means second is the answer because they are the incorrect statements. Okay. So here 2 is the answer. Okay. So these are the, so RBI amended the master direction on the prepaid payment instruments, where it has allowed authorized bank and non-bank PPI issuers to issue the PPIs, prepaid instruments, which we have discussed in our session completely. So the PPIs can be issued for making payments across various public transport systems, and here the PPIs for mass transit system, the guidelines have been discussed that we have discussed in our session. So these are the complete guidelines that we have discussed in our session completely. Okay. Now coming to the next question. So read this question and try to answer this question. So as the Paytm Payments Bank cannot accept further credits into its customer accounts, there is the additional directions that has been released by the Reserve Bank of India. Now you have to tell me that which of these directions are incorrect or is incorrect in regard to the additional steps mentioned by the RBI. So which of these directions, which of these statements is incorrect in regards to the additional steps mentioned by the RBI? Okay, so we have discussed this just in our previous session, that there are the additional steps that the RBI has brought for the action that the RBI has taken against the Paytm Payments Bank. So first of all, NPCI has been advised by the RBI to examine the request of 197 Communication Limited to become a third-party application provider. This is absolutely correct. For the UPI channel for continued UPI operation of the Paytm app as per the norms, absolutely correct. So RBI has advised the NPCI to examine the request of the OCL, okay, to become the TPAP for the Paytm app, correct. In the event of NPCI granting the third-party application provider status to OCL, it may be stipulated that the @Paytm handles that belong to Paytm Payments Bank, we can say, that belong to the customers. And this handle is provided through the Paytm Payment Bank are to be migrated in a seamless manner from the Paytm Payments Bank to a set of newly identified banks to avoid any disruption. Absolutely correct. We have to take away the power from the Paytm Payments Bank and we have to provide it to other banks so that they can provide the handles, the UPI handles to the customers. As easy as that. No new users are to be added by the said by the OCL, that if it gets the TPAP status, until all the existing users are migrated satisfactorily to a new handle from the previous handle, that was @Paytm. So if the OCL gets the TPAP status, it cannot have the new users until it has transferred all the users that had the @Paytm handle to new handle, okay, to a new handle, okay. For seamless migration of @Paytm handle to other banks, NPCI may facilitate the certification of 4-5 bank as payment service providers so that there is the minimization of the concentration risk. All of this we have understood in our previous session. I'm not going to explain each one of them again. This is the revision session. So all of them are correct. Let's see the last statement. For the merchants using Paytm QR codes, OCL, that if it becomes the third-party application provider, may open the settlement accounts with one or more payment service provider banks, including Paytm Payment Bank. No, Paytm Payment Bank cannot become the payment service provider. The right and the status is being taken away from the Paytm Payment Bank. So here E is the incorrect statement and that's why E is the answer here, okay. So the additional steps we have understood them completely. Now coming to the last question, coming to the fifth question, that is recently RBI has allowed Indian bank branches in the GIFT IFSC to act as which of the following of the IIBX. So very easy question. If you have seen this session, then you can easily answer this question. So try to answer this question. So the Indian bank that have the branches in the GIFT IFSC, they were only allowed to work as the professional clearing member in the GIFT IFSC in the IIBX. But now they have been allowed, the Indian bank branches in the GIFT IFSC. The RBI has recently released a notification, a press release. Now they have been allowed to work as a trading member and trading and clearing member. So these are allowed to them. For the special category client, there is a special mention, there is a special criteria that has to be followed. So all the Indian banks branches in the GIFT IFSC, they are not allowed to work as a special category client in the IIBX. They have to follow, if they want to become the special category client, they have to follow a certain guideline, they have to follow a certain criteria. So only for the trading member and the trading and clearing member, the guideline has been released by the Reserve Bank of India that now the Indian bank branches in the GIFT IFSC, they can act as a trading member and the trading and clearing member of the IIBX. For the special category client, they will have to follow a special guideline. So this is not correct, okay. So 1 and 2 only, that is the C is the answer here. So you can see that this was the notification that was released by the Reserve Bank of India regarding the participation of the Indian banks on the IIBX, that was the Indian bank branches that are present in the GIFT IFSC. So the branches, subsidiary, joint ventures of the Indian bank that are present in the GIFT IFSC, they can act as a trading member or trading and clearing member of the IIBX if a bank wants to get the status of the special category client. Indian banks, if they are authorized to import gold or silver, only they can have the special category client status of the IIBX. Okay. So coming to the next, so this is it, that branch, subsidiary, joint ventures of an Indian bank in the GIFT IFSC to act as a trading member and trading and clearing member. So this is the status that they can get now. Okay. And for getting the status of special category client, they must be authorized to import gold or silver. If they want to get the status of SCC of IIBX, first they need to be authorized in the country to import gold or silver. So now coming to this question, try to answer this question. So this is again regarding the notification, that is regarding the participation of the Indian banks on the IIBX. So which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the notification, that you have to tell me. Okay. So the first statement is regarding the TM or the TCM, they shall execute the trade only on behalf of their clients. They cannot do self-trading. That means they cannot trade on their own account or by themselves. They cannot trade. They can only trade on behalf of their clients. Okay. So the TM, trading member, and the trading and clearing member shall execute trades only on behalf of their clients, not for themselves or not in their own account. All client trades placed on the exchange shall be against 110% of the advance pay in. So it should not be 120%, it should be 110%. Indian banks. Now for the case of SCC, we have mentioned that Indian banks authorized to import gold or silver are allowed to act as special category clients. So this is also correct, that Indian banks that are authorized to import gold or silver, they are allowed to act as special category client, and they can only have the buy trades on behalf of their clients. They cannot sell, they can only have the buy. The SECs will appoint one of the IFSC banking units to act as clearing member on their behalf. So that is also correct. Here the SEC, the TM, the TCM, they all can only do the trade, or they can only initiate the trade or clear the trade on behalf of their clients. That is happening on behalf of their clients. Now here it is written without proprietary trading. That means the TM and the TCM, they cannot do, or the bank branches that is present in the GIFT IFSC, that cannot do the self trading, or they cannot do the trading for themselves on their account. Okay, that is without proprietary trading. That's why they cannot also have the self-clearing members, because the self-trading cannot happen. And that is why the self-clearing member was also wrong. The SEC, like, it was also wrong. So you can understand that the self-clearing member, it is not possible because they cannot trade for themselves. Okay. So now here only the wrong statement is B, and that's why this is the answer, because you had to find the incorrect statement. So Indian banks, they are authorized to import gold or silver to act. If they are authorized to import gold or silver, they can act as special category client of IIBX. Here we are talking about the branch, subsidiary, joint venture that is present in the GIFT IFSC, that is of the Indian bank. They can act as trading member and trading and clearing member of IIBX. Next, we have discussed TM, TCM, they shall execute trades only on behalf of their clients. They cannot have self-trading. They cannot have self-clearing also. The SEC shall execute only buy trades on behalf of their clients, and SECs will appoint one of the IFSC banking unit to act as clearing member on their behalf, and all the client trades placed on the exchange shall be against 110% of the advance pay-in. So all of this we have discussed. Now coming to the next question, try to answer this question. This is regarding the restraining of the commercial transactions that were routed through the intermediaries by a card network. So this also we have discussed. Which of the following statements are correct? That you have to tell me. You can stop the session to see the question clearly, and you can try to answer it yourself. Let me discuss the statements with you. It has come to the notice of RBI that a card network had an arrangement that enables the businesses to make card payments through certain intermediaries to entities that do not accept card payments. So this we have discussed that through the commercial card payments, the payment was being made to the intermediary that was sending the payment to the seller at least, or to the party. So this is the buyer, that is a company. Let's say this is a seller. The buyer has to send the payment to the seller, but the seller do not accept the card payments, and the company has to pay only through its company credit card. So what the company is doing, company is paying to the intermediary through the NEFT, RTGS, IMPS is sending the money to the seller. So this was the thing that was happening. This is correct. Intermediary in the above arrangement pooled large amount of funds into an account which is not a designated account under the Payment and Settlement System Act. So this is correct. Transactions that were processed under this arrangement complied with the originator and beneficiary information requirement as stipulated under Master Direction on KYC issued by the Reserve Bank of India? No, because the company or the buyer is not directly connected with the seller. The buyer is connected with intermediary, the seller is also connected with intermediary. Buyer is paying to this intermediary, seller is getting the money from this intermediary. So they are not directly connected, and that's why the transactions that is processed under this arrangement did not comply with the originator beneficiary information requirements. Okay, it is clarified that the Reserve Bank has not placed any restriction with respect to the normal usage of the business credit cards. It is only for this kind of transaction that is happening through the intermediary that have been restrained for now, not the normal usage of the business credit card, that is to pay the payment directly. The business credit card can be used, but not through the intermediary. Okay, so here only the C statement is incorrect and A, B and D are correct. So that's why we had to find the correct statements. That's why 4 is the answer here. Okay, so we have discussed this whole of the press release of the Reserve Bank of India. You can read it. We have discussed it already. So the intermediary in the above arrangement pooled large amount of the funds into an account which was not designated account under the PSS Act, and the transactions were not complying with the KYC norms. Now coming to the question, try to answer this question. So this is regarding the non-executive directors. Again, stop the session, try to give the right answer by yourself. Let's discuss it, that which of the following is not correct. We have to find the correct statement regarding the non-executive directors. Recently, RBI has increased the ceiling of the remuneration for the non-executive directors. So which of the following is the correct statement, that you have to find. Okay, upper age limit of the NEDs shall be 75 years. So this is incorrect. Total tenure of the NED continuously or otherwise on the board of a bank shall not exceed 8 years. So this seems correct actually. Next statement is, after completing 8 years on the board of the bank, the person may be considered for reappointment only after a minimum gap of how many years? 3 years. So not 5 years but 3 years. Fixed remuneration for an NED has been increased. The ceiling has been increased from 20 lakh to 30 lakh. So 10 lakh is absolutely not correct. It should not exceed 30 lakh per annum. Okay, so this is also incorrect. It should be 30 lakh actually. Instructions of increase in ceiling of remuneration would be applicable to all the private banks, including small finance banks and payment banks. It is not for the public banks. Okay, so here only the B statement is correct, and that's why only the B is the right answer. All of the norms, all of the guidelines we have actually discussed, that the limit has been increased from rupees 20 lakh per annum to 30 lakh per annum. This was the ceiling before. Now the ceiling is 30 lakh per annum. Okay, that is the ceiling. And this was only for the private sector banks, including the small finance banks and payment banks. So this instructions would be applicable to all the private sector banks, including the small finance banks and the payment banks. So this was it. You can take a screenshot or you can see it clearly. The last question is this, that is a homework question. Try to answer this question, very easy. We have already discussed this. So try to answer this. And this is it for today. I hope you have got the good revision. I hope you liked the questions and you were able to answer maximum questions. Now here is a guidebook for you that is prepared very thoroughly by the team. And this is providing you a comprehensive comprehensive knowledge regarding the examination, the syllabus, the pattern of the examination, as well as the previous year questions are also provided through this guidebook. And you can easily download this guidebook. This is absolutely free of cost. You can download this guidebook. The link is provided in the description box below. Okay. So thank you very much. Do tell me how many marks you have got. If you like the questions, they are the lengthy questions that usually come in the examination. And if you have any query, you can also call us here. You can mail us here. You can also comment down below if you have any query. Okay. Do tell me how many questions you have got correct. As well as let me show you the students that have given the right answer of the previous session question. So it is Ayush, Ankita, Sorish. Okay, so the right answers, let's discuss them first of all. So for the first question, the right answer is, so for the second question, the right answer is D, that is 3,000. The amount outstanding in any PPI shall not exceed 3,000. So that is for the second question, the answer is D. For the first question, the answer should be like you have to find which of the following statement is correct in this regard. Okay, to become a third party application provider. So here only the 1 and 2 are correct. The third is incorrect because here the action has been taken against not the Paytm application and OCL but against the Paytm Payments Bank. So you had to find the here it should be incorrect statement. Okay, here it should be incorrect statement. So that's why 1 and 2 is actually the right answer. Otherwise the answers would not fit. So you had to find the incorrect statement, and that's why A should be the right answer. And for the second question, D should be the right answer. So that is my bad. Okay, so all the students have given the right answer. If we say so, Imtiaz, Bhavna, Shubham, Vaishnavi, Divya, Vrishali, Riya, Thupstan, YDV, Roshan, Divya and Titanium. So my bad that in the first question there should be incorrect statement. 1 and 2 are the incorrect statement. So this is it from my end. Thank you very much. I hope you liked the session, and do tell me that how many questions answers you were able to give. So how many marks you have got out of 8 marks, how many marks you have got, as well as give me the right answer of the homework questions. Thank you very much. Have a good day ahead. Thank you.